wrote your name with trembling grace, then paused beneath the empty space. The words came slow, like drifting snow, each line a place we used to go. And though my hand began to shake, I let the truth be mine to break. A letter never mailed, but every word was true. I sealed a heart I couldn't speak and tied it up for you. It's hidden in a drawer somewhere, where quiet things exhale. The story of a love we shared in a letter never mailed. I told you how the garden grew, how jasmine still remembers you. I asked if you still walk alone, or found a hand that feels like home. The stamp lies there, untouched, unused, a dream too scared to be refused. I hold it close, some nights I miss, but never dared to send you this. A letter never mailed, but every word was true. I sealed a heart I couldn't speak and tied it up for you. It's hidden in a drawer somewhere, where quiet things exhale. The story of a love we shared in a letter never mailed. And maybe in some other life you'll find it and remember mine. You didn't say you missed me much, but clean the shelf I always touch. You didn't write me any lines, but showed up just in time. You folded things I never wore. You left your tea by my front door. And though the air was thick with doubt, you stayed until the fear ran out. You gave me everything but words, a kind of love that's rarely heard. Through acts so small they disappear, but somehow still they brought me near. You showed me how to stay, not say. You held the ache I pushed away, and I began to understand the quiet work of gentle hands. You left a note without your name. Just don't forget I feel the same. No metaphors, no perfect phrase, just proof of love that always stays. You said my name like it was new, like something fragile, soft and true, not like a sound the world had used, but something tender, never bruised. You never called me just to speak. You held my name like it was weak, and in that quiet way you said, I felt my shame and fear had fled. You held my name the way it heals, the way it touched that steady feels. You gave it back with something kind, like you had read what's left behind. And now I hear it differently. It means the me you helped me see. So when I say I love you too, I hope you You held my name the way it heals, the way a touch that steady feels. You gave it back with something kind, like you had read what's left behind. And now I hear it differently. It means the me you helped me see. So when I say I love you too, I hope you hear. He asked if I would like to meet at 2:30 on Maple Street. No roses red or Grand Cafe, just chipped white cups and cloudy gray. He stirred his tea, I bit my lip and smiled behind my fingertip. The clock just ticked, but time stood still as silence filled what words can't fill. Just one cup of tea, that's how it starts. A sugar cue to open hearts. No orchestra, no grand marquee, just quiet hope and honesty. It wasn't much, but meant the most. A simple sip, a silent toast to just one cup of tea. The rain began to tap the a sugar cube to open hearts. No orchestra, no grand marquee, just quiet hope and honesty. It wasn't much, but meant the most. A simple sip, a silent toast to just one cup of tea. We still return each Thursday 3 for just one more cup of tea. I found the drawer just yesterday, still sealed with words you used to say. Your letters tied in faded thread, unread but still they hum inside my head. I never burned them, never dared. They're silent proof that once you cared. A page, a pause, a paper sigh. I keep them though I don't know why. Letters in the drawer remain, with coffee stains and drops of rain. Each line a ghost, each word a flame, each darling signed with just your name. I close the drawer but not the door. You live in letters, nothing more. You've moved along, I hear you're fine, but ink still bleeds between each line. Though time has tried to make me new, I fold each year back into you. Letters in the drawer don't age, they keep me locked inside that page. And though I've tried to turn the key, a part of you still lives in me. So let them sleep and let them stay until the tears have washed away. You stood beneath the weeping tree. The moonlight soft, just you and me. Your voice a hush, your breath a flame. That night the moonlight wore your name. We didn't speak, we didn't need. The stars had written every need. A kiss that leaned Another dances in your place, but no one wears that moonlit grace. And though I smile with someone new, they never glow the way you do. Oh, moonlight warrior, name so true. It stitched the sky in shades of you. And when the night feels just the same, I know the moon still knows your name.
We never needed neon lights, just candle glow and quiet nights. The city buzzed beyond our door, but we had all we wanted more. 2 mugs of tea, a record on, a window view, a favorite song. We carved a life so soft, so true, where every breath belonged to two. In a corner of the world, we made the time stand still. No diamond skies, no fancy pearls, just hearts that chose to feel. Let others chase the fast and grand. We only needed hand in hand. In our corner of the world,
She danced in socks on wooden floors. I'd hum a tune behind closed doors. We counted stars from windowsills and laughed away the unpaid bills.
we didn't care for big parades, just whispered jokes and serenades. I'd trade the world and all its gold for nights like those we used to hold. In a corner of the world, we made the time stand still. No diamond skies, no fancy pearls, just hearts that chose to feel. Let others chase the fast and grand. We only needed hand in hand. In our corner of the world. And even now, though she's not near, that little world still feels so clear.
You still knock twice, same time each week. No need to talk, no need to speak. You bring the bread, I warm the tea, and just like that you sit with me. We don't rewind, we don't explain. We've made our peace with joy and pain. You smile like it's a brand new start, and place your hands where once held heart. You're still there on Tuesday night, same old cold porch bathed in light. Still tell that joke, I fake the laugh. You cut the bread, I pour the half. And maybe we don't dream as white, and maybe time has changed our stride. But if you show up once a week, then love still finds the words we seek. We missed some years, we lost the thread, but never said what went unsaid. And though we live in different rooms, we share the scent of late perfumes. The silence now is not so sharp. We've grown into a different part. But when you sit and sip your tea, it still feels like you're here with me. You're still there on Tuesday night, still ask me how I sleep at night. You hum that tune, I take the cue and hum along like I still do. No promises, no plans to keep, just quiet love that runs so deep. So if you're here next week again, then that's enough to let me mend.
The clock is slow, the room is still. Your suitcase waits upon the sill. Your shoes are lined up by the door. You've never looked so far before. I made us tea you didn't touch. You spoke but never said too much. And now you're quiet standing near, but you're already gone, my dear. Just one more night before you fly, one more breath before goodbye. Don't say the words, don't break the tune. Please don't wake the moon. Don't wake the moon. Just let us sleep. Let darkness hold what we can't keep. Let stars pretend we're still the same, and not just echoes of a name. Stay in this room, stay just till noon, but please don't wake the moon. We dance once more without a song, just hands that know where they belong. I closed my eyes, you kissed my chin, like autumn leaves swept by the wind. If love must end, then let it lie, like lullabies beneath the sky. Let silence take what morning would. I'd stop the sun, I swear I could. Don't wake the moon, don't turn the light, let shadows hold you through the night. If you must go, then let it be a dream that fades too slow to see. I'll keep the stars, you take the June. But please, love, don't wake the moon. You still sleep on the left each night, and I still turn off your bedside light. We've kept the same old cups and plates, we still forget our dinner dates. But something in your sleepy grin still makes my quiet heart give in. The years roll on, the world has spun, but you're still here, my only one. We've changed our jobs, we've moved our things, but not the way you laugh or sing, and not the way you stroke my head, or stay on your same side of the bed. We've watched the seasons fade and turn, but in your eyes I still return. No vows were framed, no speeches said, just love and your same side of the bed. You hum while brushing back your hair, you leave your socks just anywhere. You burn the toast, I miss the train, but somehow none of that's in vain. You kiss my cheek, you know my tea, you move through time right next to me. We didn't plan, but still we grew into a love that simply knew. We've changed our shoes, we've changed our names, we've laughed through grief and silly games, but still you curl where you once said you'd always be same side of bed.
No one taught us to go slow. They said love's fast and fire and glow, but here we are, just you and me, stirring tea so patiently. We don't make scenes, we don't compete. used to say, what's next to prove? No need for drama, spark or move. Just you and me and years that pass, slow like this and built to last.
There's a bench by the bakery where you once waved at me. Crumbs of morning on your lips, sunlight tangled in your hips. You said you'd meet me maybe soon, but never came that afternoon. Still I return day after day, hoping life might lead your way. I'm still waiting by the bakery where time forgets to bother me. With every breeze I half believe you'll come again, just like you leave. The oven hums, the hours roll, but you still have a piece of soul. On the bench by the bakery, the owner knows not to ask. She wipes the counter, sips her flask. The same old man still feeds the crows, and I still sit where hope still grows. Your name's not said, but in the air it floats like sugar everywhere. I'm still waiting by the bakery where time forgets to bother me. With every breeze I half believe you'll come again, just like you leave. The oven hums, the hours roll, but you still have a piece of soul. On the bench by the So if you pass and if you see a boy still me. You stood there in that summer dress, hair like waves, the moonlight blessed. The world felt quiet, time stood still, like fate had bent to match our will. And every glance a silent vow, as if we'd loved for years till now. The stars looked down, they seemed to know the kind of love that softly grows. When the moon was ours and the sky was clear, we danced so slow with hearts so near. Your hand in mine, no words to say, just dreams that wouldn't fade away. We held the night like a sacred song in a world where nothing felt wrong. When the moon was ours to hold. Your breath was warm, your voice so low. You whispered truths I'll never show. The wind just sighed like it agreed that love like this was all we need. You smiled as if the stars were close, like every kiss was heaven's prose. The past and future slipped away, we only had that night to stay. When the moon was ours and the sky was clear, we danced so slow with hearts so near. Your hand in mine, no words to say, just dreams that wouldn't fade away. We held the night like a sacred song in a world where nothing felt wrong. When the moon was ours to hold. It lives in me, that gentle fire, a moment lit by sweet desire. Though time has turned and moved us on, that night still plays a fading song. When the moon was ours and love was true, I only saw the stars and you. One quiet night, one dance, one gleam, a timeless love, a perfect dream. When the moon was ours to hold. She used to wait for me by the bench near Maple Street, red ribbon tied around her hair, barefoot in the summer heat. We talk about the silliest things, chalk hearts drawn in faded rings. I never thought she'd walk away, but autumn winds don't let hearts stay. Now the bench is just a bench, and her name's a ghost in French, scrawled once on that old oak tree. She used to wait for me. Now I walk alone quietly through all the places we used to be. She'd hum the song from '63, the one her father used to sing. We danced so slow beneath the dusk, when every dream wore angel wings. She asked me once if I would stay. I smiled and let the words delay. But silence speaks and hearts grow cold when promises are left untold. Now the bench is just a bench, and her name's a ghost in French, scrawled once on that old oak tree. She used to wait for me, and I still walk that street alone. A boy who turned to stone. Maybe time's not meant to bend. Maybe not all love has an end.
She stood beneath the elm tree shade, the evening quiet, the music played. He smiled like stars had taught him how, and kissed her hand and took a bow. They walked where no one else could see, two strangers wrapped in mystery. The night was soft, the breeze confessed its secret, moonlight on her dress. There was moonlight on her dress, and silence in the air, a trembling kind of happiness that only love could wear. No words were needed, just a glance, a hesitant and holy dance, and all began with nothing less than moonlight on her dress. He told her tales of Navy seas, of letters sent and missing keys. She spoke of books and window panes, of wading through the summer rains. And though the hour drifted fast, each second felt like it would last. She turned to go, he whispered yes, still staring in at that moonlit dress. There was moonlight on her dress, and silence in the air, a trembling kind of happiness that only love could wear. No words were needed, just a glance, a hesitant and holy dance, and all began with nothing start anew.
Your hand's still in mine, but the clock's near midnight. Your suitcase is packed, and the car waits outside. The stars look the same, but the night feels colder. Each breath we take makes goodbye feel closer. We've danced through storms, we've sung through spring, but now we're quiet, not saying a thing. I wanna ask if this is the end, but silence is louder than words again. Stay a little longer, don't go just yet. Let's sit in the dark where we first met. Hold me like time has stopped for us, like the world is just the two of us. Even if your heart has made its choice, let me hear it in your voice. We don't have to promise what won't be. Just give me this memory to carry like a fading song when I try to sleep alone. Stay a little longer, breathe my name. One more whisper before it rains. One last kiss, one last glance before I lose my last chance. If you must go, then don't forget. Stay in my heart like a silhouette. You didn't rush, you didn't chase. You showed up slow, but full of grace. No whirlwind lines or grand displays, just quiet steps on gentle days. You spoke like songs that linger long. You never needed to be strong. You just let things unfold their way, and somehow that's what made me stay. You took your time and I'm glad you did. You found the things I always hid. You didn't dig, you didn't pry, you just stayed near and let time try. You took your time, but now you're here, and everything just feels more clear. They all arrived with sparks and speed, but you're the only one I need. We didn't fall, we didn't fly. We met in line and said goodbye, then met again and laughed a bit. And day by day we started to fit. You never tried to play a part, you just stood near and let it start. No storm, no flame, no crashing wave, just quiet roots that chose to stay. We didn't chase, we didn't run, we walked beneath the evening sun. And somewhere in those steady days, we learned to love in quiet ways. You made the room and I came through. I made some space, you settled too. We didn't spark, we didn't shove, we simply grew into the love. We simply grew into the love. You fold your shirt the way I don't. You cry at films I swore I won't. But still I'd sit and cry with you and laugh at things I never do. She never said forever, she never needed to. But something in her laughter felt like a quiet truth. She brushed my coat in passing like petals on a stream. And in that tiny gesture I lived 1,000 dreams. We didn't write a storybook, no vows beneath a tree. There was magic in the way she'd softly speak to me When she called me darling, the world stood still. A whisper sweeter than the daffodils. No diamond rings, no grand goodbye, just one word caught beneath the sky. I'd give the stars, I'd cross the sea to hear her say darling once more to me. She danced to songs the jukebox played in sandals worn from summer days. She'd hum along, then turn my way. No music matched what she would say. It wasn't love and lightning strikes, but something soft and true. It lived inside the little things she never really knew. When she called me darling, the world stood still. A whisper sweeter than the daffodils. No diamond rings, no grand goodbye, just one word caught beneath the sky. I'd give the stars, I'd cross the sea to hear her say darling once more to me. Stayed, but in that name she left a love that still remains. She never stayed, but in that name she left a love that still remains.
I wrote it down on paper scraps, your favorite joke, the way you napped, the time we stood out in the rain and laughed like we forgot the pain. I wrote your name 1,000 ways between my notes and lazy days. You never knew I kept it all, your voice inside my notebook scrawl. I wrote it down when words were few, when I had more to feel than do. I didn't speak, but still you stayed. You heard the lines I never made, and now I read them back at night. The things I felt but couldn't write. You never asked, you just somehow read every word I'm writing now. I kept the tag from your first gift, the way you laughed when your voice slipped. You didn't know how deep you went. You were a song the silent